Hi, my name is Jason Contini. I am one of the co-writers and the director of Red Circle Investigations, a Mighty Crusaders fan film.
And my name is Nathan Contini. I am a producer and the lead designer for said film.
So what we're going to do here today, guys, we're just going to take a few minutes here, and we're just going to kind of give you a little bit of updates on the characters, some of the characters that are going to be in the film, and how Nathan and I approached the designs for some of these characters that people, love so much. So let's get started.
Sure, sounds good.
So obviously the first character we're going to talk about is the Shield.
He is in this, isn't he?
He is in this. He is in this. One of the things that this film does is it takes place in two different time periods. There are flashbacks that take place in the 90s, and then the majority of the film takes place in modern day. So for some characters, not everybody, but for some characters, we have had to do two designs for them. The Shield, however, just gets the one design. So Nathan did the initial design for the Shield suit that we're using in this film. So what was kind of your thought process like when because you looked at all of the Shields throughout the years,
I did.
Right?
The one thing obviously the one thing that's ever noticeable from the Shield is the blue torso and then the white stripes down here. I couldn't logically think of how he could get his arm up for a punch. So the best thing I could think about for that was thought tactically. How would you do it tactically? A chest piece in the middle, kind of like half a Kevlar, but being shield, it would have to be that decorative shield.
Right.
And then shoulder pads, the same color, the same texture, the same material that attached to it and made it look like all one piece. But if Shield went up to raise his hand up for an overhead punch, the shoulder pad would move up with
He
it.
actually had some mobility to actually be able to do what he's supposed to do. Yeah.
Then the other thing I had to come up with was the stripes. The stripes are cool.
Yeah.
They're very cool.
But at the same time, you don't want to just do
stripes.
MCU Captain America red and white stripes. You don't want to just do something like that built into the suit because you don't want to just copy MCU. Even though, I should point out, when Nathan and I started doing these designs, we did kind of look at it almost from an MCU standpoint. Obviously, we don't have the budget they have. We don't have the materials they have. We don't have the time that they have. So we can't exactly do MCU-style costumes for these characters. But we kind of approach the costume designs in that sense.
Right.
However, at the same time, you don't want to copy that. So the stripes were kind of...
You want inspiration, you don't want duplication.
Perfect. That's a great way to say it. Yeah.
So with the stripes, I thought it would look really cool if we made the stripes connect into the straps that are holding the chest plate down. And then it would, wrap around and all that. But you would have that shield design on the front with the white stripes with the red in the middle were from the shirt, which look like the stripes. So that's where I came up with the whole chest plate idea. And then getting like a red t-shirt with like some white, or not red t-shirt, I thought, red tights or spandex-y shirt with like white piping and decoratives on the inside to just kind of break up the red.
Yeah, spice it up. Yeah.
Exactly. Well, that you don't want in solid red. On comics, solid red looks great.
Yeah.
But when you're in a movie, when you're seeing something move around, having things break it up, texture and all that, it really adds a lot of depth to a costume.
Yeah.
And then going down farther, as you look around the belt area, he's military. Granted, Shield's never been one to carry a gun and pouches and all that, but our Shield is a realistic Shield.
Yeah, and in a realistic world, he probably would be armed with something.
Military standard, he would have the pistol, the 9mm on the hip, the pouches around the belt, the utility belt.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
And then you just got to figure out the boots and the gloves.
Yeah.
I decided to go with arm guards over the forearms. So if he's fighting, he can also deflect, and he's got protection there.
Almost like an extension of the Shield armor.
Very much so.
More pieces.
Very much so, yes. And then the same thing with the legs, where you've got almost the riot guard style knee pad to shin guards. And that's the whole thing with the Shield is I wanted to look at him and think all the Shields of the past, the blue ribbon shields, the red circle shields, the impact shields, Well, not so much the Dark Circle shield. It doesn't fit.
The Victoria Adams shield,
Yeah.
yeah, she doesn't quite fit. We have toyed around with possibly including her in a later installment somewhere for fans of the Dark Circle stuff.
Sure.
But at this point in time, she's the only shield that we really didn't pull any influence from.
But yes, and aside from that though, I really wanted to get that aspect where if you look at the character and you would know, oh, that's Shield. That's how he would look in real life.
Right. And it's a lot easier, too, for the shield. I mean, I know we just kind of went through a whole spiel about how that all comes together, but it's a lot easier for shield because even with the exception of the current Victoria Adams shield, all of the shields look fairly similar.
Yes.
A lot of the other Mighty Crusaders characters over the years have changed drastically. The shield has never really changed drastically. They've kind of taken the same basic design and reworked it for the era of those comics. Which is essentially what you've done here, is you've just taken that basic design and reworked it for a practical, low-budget, practical format.
Very much so, yeah.
Yeah.